Last week was we didn't perform to the standard of App State football, and we've reviewed the film, assessed what we did well, what areas we have to get fixed, and I believe we have a very good football team, and we're working hard to prepare for a great challenge this week versus Liberty. But we came back yesterday in practice. We had a great practice, and we're moving forward. And our goal is to win each day. And I thought we won yesterday. Again, we'll see a lot of players in the building today, and we'll be ready for tomorrow.
Marvin Parker, WLOS Asheville. The first quarter kind of got away from you. Not the first time this season. What are you seeing early that puts you in the deficit at the gate?
Yeah, we have to start fast, and that was one of our goals this week. That didn't happen. We have to get stops on third down, and how you do that, you tackle, and we have to improve our tackling. This past week, we had 38 missed tackles on Saturday or Thursday, and the previous 3 games, we had 26 missed tackles. So that was a glaring issue that we have to get fixed. And again, once we can get off the field on defense, give our offense a chance to be successful in the first drive.
The commonality this season between you and Liberty is ECU. Just anything on the tape that is a pro or a con in terms of what they did against the Pirates versus what you guys did?
No, again, there's 2 great programs, ECU and Liberty. Jamie's done a really good job there. Again, they're tough to defend. Their offense, again, with all the option stuff they do, there's a really good team in all 3 phases. So we have to play our very best to have a chance to win this Saturday.
And then just the spirit of the team having, you're 2-2, the 2 losses were substantial in the scoreboard. Just the morale of the team going into week 5 of the season.
Morale's fine. It's what you make. We know we have to improve, and there's no question about that, and you can't sugarcoat it. We have to tackle better. We have to be able to run the football on offense. So, but again, it's a new day. Again, we're sitting at 2-2 with a lot of football left, and again, our goal is to win each day. And I mentioned yesterday we had a really good Sunday practice. It was physical Sunday practice, and today they're the day off, and then we're back at it tomorrow.
3 special atmosphere home games to kind of first 5 weeks of the season. You have the home opener week 1. Then you have national TV Thursday, and then a wideout for family weekend. So just the first part of the season, having 3 home games be drastically different in energy and atmosphere.
No, we have the best fans in college football. And again, I appreciate all of our fans, how they support and how they show up. But again, that's what makes this place special. Again, we have a very passionate fan base that want to see this program do well. And again, that's our goal that's our job as a football team, to get that corrected and to put a better product on the field.
David Ware, 24/7 Sports. Sean, physicality's always been a calling card of App State football, and Thursday night, South Alabama really kind of took that from you. What goes on this week to help reestablish that persona within this team?
We have to get back to what we know how to do, and that's play fast and physical. And yesterday we had the pads on, and we were thudding up and went through tackling drills, and it was app versus app. We line up in 2 formations and 2 defenses, and we went and ran the football, and they had to tackle us. We had to run through tackles. So, again, that's been our calling card as a physical football team. We have to get back to that. Again, that's indicative of you're getting down so early in the first quarter. And it's hard to run the ball when you're down 21. So, again, that's just not that's an offensive issue also. That's just not on defense. We do a better job on offense of scoring points and moving the football. And if we can do that and play complementary football, it gives us a better chance to succeed.
Speaking of that, it seemed like maybe South Al did a good job of making those late pre-snap shifts and maybe confusing some stuff up front. Your rotations were a little bit different on Thursday night than they had been the first 3 weeks. Where do you feel like you are in terms of sorting out what that final group of offensive line rotations are going to look like?
It's week by week. I mean, in this program, you have to earn your right to play. And we're very intentional how we grade practice. We grade tape off of games, and to give ourselves the best chance to win. And that's the good thing. It's still competitive out there in that group, our whole football team. So, again, Jaden Ramsey was a perfect example. I thought he played very well on Thursday night. So, again, we want to make sure that's not a revolving door every single week. But, again, we got to make sure we have the right 5 up there to play.
You mentioned Jamie Chadwell's offense. One thing that's a little bit unique this week is Scott Sloan faced Chadwell 1 year as an offensive coordinator, 3 years as the head coach play caller at Coastal Carolina, and actually had some pretty good success. They never broke 30 against him. Scott won a couple of those games. Do you feel like Sloan's having seen that scheme and being familiar with it and having had success against it, can play into this week's game plan?
Well, I think that helps with that question. I think every year is a new year. And again, Liberty's got some dynamic players on offense and defense and great in the kicking game. So we'll have to do our best to tackle better on defense. We make sure we have 11 guys doing the exact same thing, doing their job, doing their 111th every single play. There's some good things out there. Again, we have to play together, tackle better to give our defense a chance to be successful.
Finally, just health of the team. Obviously, Kevin Abrams-Verwain had to be carted off the field. What's his status, and then anything else that you see affecting rotations going forward?
Yeah, unfortunately, we've lost Kevin for the season with a lower leg injury. He had surgery on Friday morning, and then he's out for the season. So, again, that's not excuses, and that's why you recruit and build depth. We've had some injuries, injury bug on the defensive line. Again, we're doing everything we can to have guys prepared to play. But again, that's not an excuse. We have to play better.
David Katzenmeyer, Appalachian Weekly News and 90.5 WASU. Thursday, all four of our running backs saw play averaged over 4 yards per carry, and on the season, all four of them are now averaging over 3.5 yards per carry. What do you attribute to that growing success in the running back room?
Well, I think we have a very deep running back room. Again, all four of those guys give us something different in the running game. We like to rely on the run more if we could, but again, we have to make sure that we can't get down so early. And if you look at the ETSU and East Carolina, once we got back and got the game, we were down 16, got back towards a 1.1 score a game, we were able to run the football. So again, that's another position. Such good running backs that we make sure we grade out every practice and we grade out every game, and whoever grades it the best gets a chance to play. And you have to earn your right to carry the football here.
And last season, we saw Joey Aguilar attempt 40 or more passes 3 times in the 14 games that we competed in. This season, Aguilar has already matched that number, attempting 40 passes in the last 3 games against ECU, Clemson, and this past weekend against South Alabama. Do you believe there are any changes that need to be made in order to increase the efficiency of the passing game?
No, we have to be able to run the football better. And once you get down and they're dropping 8 guys in the coverage, it's hard. There's not many windows to open to throw the football. And again, to be a great throwing team, you have to be able to run the football. And it comes down to simple things to get corrected, which I know we will. But if we can run the football and not get down so early, then we can run it more effectively.
Greer Hodge with Appalachian Weekly News. Thursday during postgame, you blamed the loss on yourself. What do you think that you could have done differently or will be doing differently going forward?
Yeah, every loss you have is on the head football coach, and that's what makes this place special. Again, playing here, understanding the culture here, what has to be successful, it all falls on me. I hired every coach here, recruit every single player. So how we can get things better, we make sure we practice better. And we have. It was on a short week last week. Again, that's not an excuse. Again, we got back late Sunday morning, and Sunday was a Tuesday for us. So there's things I could have done better as far as the practicing of it. I thought that it was be better to be fresh for a short game. Looking back, you can second guess yourself, but there's one. We're good in these situations, and I know our kids will respond, but everything that happens in this program, good or bad, or just really bad, falls on the head coach. And so these kids, they know that that was a tough loss, but we have to get it corrected, and we will.
And Coach, obviously it's not where we would like to be already a third of the way through the season, but from lessons learned through Clemson and South Alabama, what are some positives that you guys are going to take into Liberty?
Well, I thought we've had some good individual success. Some players are playing really well at a high level. Some guys need to improve. Some players need to improve. Again, that starts with coaching. That starts with playing. And, again, some players are playing very well right now. And some it's just we have 10 players doing the right thing and 1 player not doing the correct thing, and that's a recipe for disaster. So we'll keep improving. And again, we're a lot of football left. It's still in September, and again, I love this team. I'm proud of it, and I'm not proud of the record, but I'm proud of these kids. The way they keep competing week in and week out. And again, all of our focus right now is toward Liberty.
Coach David Jackson, Parkway Sports. You were going to have an opportunity for self-scout after these first 4 games, whether you were 4-0, 0-4, or 2-2. At that natural break point with a couple of extra days, how have you and your staff planned on using this time prior to seeing how it all rolled out to give yourself an honest evaluation of where you are for the backstretch?
Well, it was planned to come in on Friday morning after the game and to put this game to bed as far as the coaches wise, and we did that in all three phases: offense, defense, special teams, and we circled what are we doing good, and what are the areas we need to improve on. And again, it's not rocket science. We have to be able to run the football better and more effective to keep the chains moving, keep your manageable downs, and then on defense we have to tackle better. And those have been addressed Friday and Saturday, and came back and practiced on Sunday. So again, it's where we are right now. It's who we are. We're a 2-2 football team with a bad loss to South Alabama, and I think you guys saw on TV on Saturday that Clemson might be pretty good. So we're going to keep fighting, and I know these kids will continue to fight and give their all for Appalachian State.
Yeah, you mentioned the kind of you are what you are. With that said, how do you address the mental aspect of that with your players and constantly stay in the right frame of mind for them to see there's still plenty of runway left on this season and plenty of opportunity to improve?
When I say we are, that's our record. But again, I'm in the locker room with these kids, and good and bad, and they're not happy. We're not happy. But again, what do? You can sit there and cry about it, over spilt milk. You go back to work, and that's what Mountaineers do. And we go back to work, find the great in things areas we have to improve on, and we get it fixed. And that's what we're going to do this week.
Matt President, Appalachian Sports Network. You mentioned, generally speaking, some guys who played really well individually. Santana Hopper the last couple weeks has graded out really well by Pro Football Focus. When you go back and watch film on him, what stands out most in his game?
He's got a lot of suddenness and quickness to him. He's able to get off blocks. He's able to whenever you get one-on blocks versus a guard or a tackle, he's able to get off the block and make a play. And Santana's playing extremely well right now on defense. But we know that he's a great football player, and he works at it, and his work ethic is showing up on Thursday nights and Saturday afternoons.
You talked about the team schedule coming off of Thursday, but to have that game, what did it allow for you and your staff, not only in terms of breaking down film, but also in recruiting on Friday and Saturday?
Yeah, we were able to get some coaches out Friday afternoon to watch high school games, which is we have to do when we have the Thursday night games. We were able to come in that morning and get a jump start on Liberty. And so then we were here all day Sunday, started early Sunday morning till late Sunday night. But that's what we do. We find a way to fix things and improve this program.